What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package, and infrastructure update and daily news report for Friday, July 2nd. Yes, we are finally on a Friday. We are close to the 4th of July, which is 2 days away. A lot of people are very excited. Hopefully you guys are going to take some time off, maybe go on a little vacation, maybe just relax. Just do something fun. Anyway, if you are, let me know what you guys are doing for the 4th of July down below. I'd just be curious to know what you guys are doing. Again, hopefully it's something exciting. Now, here's what we want to discuss today. First, Democrats want to provide more relief to all Americans, not just children. One of the things we've been seeing a lot on this channel, and I've been seeing especially in the comments, is a lot of people are very upset that children are getting all the assistance, all the different packages, the plans, the proposals going all to children. And many people are very upset by that. Well, here's what we are hearing. Lawmakers are saying that, and especially Democrats are saying that that's not the goal, is to provide just all relief to children. It's just that children have been very negatively impacted from this pandemic over the past year. They're also saying that with children being impacted, it does affect the parents. And by parents not being able to go to work or do things like, travel, just take their child to a daycare center that is affordable, just some of these things are actually negatively impacting the parents as well. So because of that, that's why Democrats and lawmakers are saying they want to provide more assistance to children and families, but at the same time, they also want to provide assistance to everybody here in the United States as well. Now, what we know is that there's a large group of Democrats and there are a handful of Republicans that do support an additional stimulus check. We know Representative Ilhan Omar, she wants to see $2,000 stimulus checks. She wants to, and this is also backed by U.S. Progressive Chairwoman Pramila Jayapal, but they want to see $2,000 per month stimulus checks. They want to see this for the life of the pandemic. So if the pandemic were to last for another year, maybe another 2 or 3 years, these $2,000 stimulus checks would continue every single month until the pandemic is over. Many people say this is too expensive. Bernie Sanders, he wants to see a $2,000 one-time stimulus check and then $1,000 per month for every single month until the pandemic is over. That is what he is pushing for. Now, these are two different ideas, but the only proposal right now is the ABC Act, and this one is the $2,000 per month, okay, until the end of the pandemic. And then it's going to be 1 year of $1,000 per month for 1 year after that. So that's where that one is. Now, there's a bunch of people that want to see more stimulus checks, but at the same time, all these additional talks are turning into, well, maybe we don't need a stimulus check, but what if we pass a survival check? And so that's where some are currently discussing not passing stimulus to propel the economy and get the economy back to where it once was, but let's provide a check to families and individuals to get them back to where they once were. Because they say, if the people cannot get back to where they once were to pre-pandemic levels, then how is the economy ever going to reach that goal as well? Which is 100% true. Now, something else we're hearing is that lawmakers don't just want to pass checks for children. They want to do things like lower the cost of prescription medication and make things more affordable for seniors. This is something that we're seeing with Medicare. Now, Bernie Sanders and many other progressives are really pushing to really expand Medicare, to provide for more people. Right now, there's tens of millions of people that are on Medicare, that are using Medicare, and that's their primary source. Now, the problem with this, Medicare doesn't cover vision, doesn't cover dental, doesn't cover hearing. Those are very expensive. Trying to buy hearing aids is very expensive. Many people don't even have a hearing aid, so they struggle to hear. Many people cannot afford glasses, so they don't get them, which means they struggle to see. Many people do not have the proper dentures or dental care because it's too expensive. Dental care is expensive. It is very expensive. And so lawmakers are saying, specifically progressives, are saying that we should not put a price on dental, vision, and hearing for seniors, and people on Social Security need this benefit. People on Medicare need this benefit. And this is something that we need to include right now. Also, they're saying student loan forgiveness. Now, I mentioned this the other day. I mentioned this later last night as well, that we are seeing a push for more assistance, not just for parents and families and children, but people or lawmakers are trying to make this fair. And the problem with trying to make this fair, okay, again, I don't think this is a huge issue, but it is a problem for lawmakers, is when somebody brings up, hey, let's do student loan forgiveness. All right, perfect. I like that idea. But should we do student loan forgiveness in exchange for climate change? Should we do student loan forgiveness in exchange for an extension to the child tax credits? Should we do student loan forgiveness or possibly expand Medicare and use the money that it costs to do that? Should we take out something for like affordable housing? And so that's the discussions that we're hearing now. It's okay. These are all good ideas. We like them. President Biden likes them. The Biden administration is applauding these different plans and ideas. The problem is, what do we take out? Or do we make the proposal more expensive? And that's where people like Senator Joe Manchin step in and say, you know what? I don't like anything over $2 trillion. Joe Manchin said on Sunday, this past Sunday, that he would support a Democrat-only proposal, which is that budget reconciliation bill. He'd support it up to $2 trillion. Anything over that puts it in question. Well, Senator Bernie Sanders and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, they're currently discussing a $6 trillion proposal. So that's where things get very tricky. Also, some are saying that we cannot just provide more benefits for people on Medicare, and we can't just lower their prescription medication prices. That's something that we could do. It could be a little bit trickier, or we could just increase the Social Security benefit. That would be something that would be easier to do. It would be more attainable, and it's something that would help out this group of people just as much as lowering prescription medications and also including vision, hearing, and dental as well. So that's also where discussions are leading. And again, I think this is interesting because, this is something I've been trying to follow for quite some time, because the progressions that we're seeing, the talks, the way they are progressing and pushing for more assistance, it's becoming one of those things that it's interesting to watch, because it slowly moves in one direction. Somebody gets this wild hair, some different idea, and all of a sudden it shifts and swings a completely different direction, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, I like the idea. And so it's just, I don't know. And let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Do you like watching to see how Congress is kind of progressing, or do you think they're almost taking a step back and just trying to pick and choose between the different ideas that are out there? Right now, it's tough to say, but what I can tell you is once lawmakers come back, once they come back on July 12th, we're going to see a big push. We're going to see a big push for the next infrastructure package. We're going to see a big push for additional stimulus, the budget reconciliation bill. We're going to see a big push on voting rights. We're going to see a big push on a lot of stuff. And again, it's because lawmakers will only have a little bit. They're going to have like a couple weeks before they're going to go on recess again for an entire month. So right now, a lot of people question that they'll even be able to get anything done, but I'm hopeful that something happens. Now, let's address stimulus checks, okay? I want to address this because I think this is extremely important, but stimulus checks, according to many experts, according to the White House themselves, people are saying that stimulus checks are one of the things that help the economy recover as quickly as it did. Some lawmakers are saying that we need to pass an additional stimulus check because that's the only thing that is preventing us from getting to a full recovery. Others say that if we provide stimulus checks and get the American people their jobs back, this would fully recover, the economy would fully recover. We'd get back to not only pre-pandemic levels, but we would exceed pre-pandemic levels, which would be very good. Experts indicate that not by providing assistance, it is not, and just random assistance, throwing money at people, right? That's not the right thing to do. What they are saying is that by providing the right assistance, it will only benefit the people. But some economists say that we cannot just keep sending out more stimulus checks. And I agree, we can't just keep sending out a stimulus check for the next 10, 20 years. But if we are going to see the economy recover completely, if we're going to see not only the economy recover, but the people recover, because if the economy recovers and the people are still struggling, this is the problem, is the lower income earners are the ones that are badly impacted right now. Those are the ones that are not seeing a recovery. They're not seeing a recovery. Their jobs aren't coming back as quickly. Their jobs are, in some cases, are being taken over by people that were making more money and now coming back to the workforce and are now accepting a lower paying job, just get back into the workforce. But that's what we're seeing. That is what we are seeing at this point. And so some say that we need to provide more assistance to the lower income earners. And in order to do that, for one, how do we do that? Some say that the best way to do that is to provide a stimulus check, to provide affordable housing, because the lowest income earners, in most cases, are the ones that are getting that affordable housing. Right? You don't have a high income earner going to affordable housing and qualifying for anything there. It just doesn't happen. So, what will we see? When will we see it? And how much will we get? What I can tell you, based off of everything that we've been reading over the past few weeks, is that a $2 trillion infrastructure package as a Democrat-only bill, this is something that Senator Joe Manchin supports, that's something that many progressives at this time would completely ignore. They would not want that. Progressives at this time want something closer to $4 to $6 trillion. They bash President Biden because he was proposing a $4 trillion proposal, a framework. This was, a month or two ago? They were bashing President Biden on a $4 trillion deal because it wasn't high enough. AOC, she stated that it needed to be closer to $10 trillion. Bernie Sanders, he thinks it needs to be closer to 6. Many experts are predicting this will be closer to $4 trillion. It's going to be a mix between the 2 and the 6 trillion. It will probably come out a little bit under $4 trillion, and it will have a lot of the things that President Biden wanted. It will have new proposals that lawmakers are currently putting together, and it's going to have things that maybe we haven't even heard of yet. So it's going to be interesting. But one thing that I can tell you is, as we get a little bit more information, I promise I will fill you in on everything that we're hearing. Right now, there's a lot of discussions. Okay, again, these are just discussions. There's no bills really being drafted. But as we know more, I promise I will share more. One thing I can tell you is, at this time, there's going to be, I'm going to give you an update later on today based off the stuff that we're hearing throughout the day today. But one thing that I know is that over this weekend, we're going to be getting very little updates. We might be getting some lawmakers discussing things, putting out a tweet or maybe a statement here and there. And so I'll bring you up to date on that. But mostly what I'm going to do over this weekend, tomorrow, the 4th of July as well, I'm going to try to provide you with a couple videos on how to get the relief that is currently out there, what is currently being said and the updates there, but also what kind of packages are there. If you need assistance, where can you go, what can you do, and what to expect moving forward. So just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. If you have any questions, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.